And I think that 5% of John MacArthur is worth more than the whole evangelical world put together.
What? And this is like, people are like, John MacArthur is his mentor. Lay off of him. He just really loves John MacArthur. Actually, if you ask Steve Lawson, his mentor was R.C. Sproul. And I think R.C. would say something about this.
What's wrong with you people?
What is up with this like 5% of John MacArthur is better than all of evangelicalism put together? What is that? That's like the craziest form of what I always get his name wrong. It's not Jordan Peterson. It's Justin Peterson. Justin Peters. That's it. You guys know who I'm talking about. When he said, when you take in the size and scope of John MacArthur's ministry, it's basically the best ministry since the apostles. He said that. This is maybe even a little bit worse than that because you're saying that all of evangelicalism isn't worth 5% of John MacArthur. That's a huge L. Like, what a weird way. This is how the conference got started. Okay. What you're going to see as we kind of dive through a couple different things and look at a few clips is that this philosophy of, just basically glorifying John MacArthur. I don't think that we can really get around that. I know some people, Erin Coates, put on her Instagram a picture of her husband meeting John MacArthur, maybe for the first time. I don't know. Maybe they have been able to meet before, but they were in the back room and put something about how people online are just taking his words out of context, and he's just saying that he loves John MacArthur. I can say that about people. Like, I can say I love somebody or I really respect this person without saying something as crazy as that, as saying that all of evangelicalism is worth 5%. That's just nuts. There's no way to make sense of it.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
It's just glorifying the guy. And I think that's what this Shepherd's Conference was really all about. Because you have other things, guys. What about this? Who had this? Who thought that this was going to be a thing? What? All right, we got a fresca can. Oh, I should have looked up the name. I know the artist. It's Peter something. I said it in a live stream I did last week about. But he did the illustrations for the ESV Praying Bible, and he does a ton of illustrations for Crossway overall. But I know his art. That's his art there that they stuck on a fresca can. I don't know if he did the artistry for all of it. The design of it looks like something he would do, but it might have also just been someone who did it for him. Regardless, this is weird. This is not normal. Now, there is a joke around the John MacArthur camp because Johnny Mac loves his fresca, and he's said that several times. But you guys don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe you do. You don't know the money that it takes to do this kind of thing. Putting your face on anything, as I know, because I'm still working on the merch. It's coming. It's coming at some point. Okay, guys. We'll be talking big announcements coming at the end of the show. But I understand how much it costs to put your face on stuff and to make custom things. And I can tell you this is expensive. Now, maybe it was a gift. Maybe someone gave it to him. Maybe there's, like I said in the stream the other day, maybe there's a local brewery that just really loves John MacArthur. But something tells me that would not happen. I don't think anyone who goes to Grace Community Church owns their own brewery where they can have the machinery to do that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they sell something else. But maybe it was a gift, but probably not. And if not, that's a ton of money sitting right there. That is a very expensive can of Fresca. and they were giving this away. And there were so many people who were going to Twitter, people who hate virtue signaling, Like they hate that whole idea of virtue signaling, but they want to go on Twitter and signal their virtue and saying we're one of the faithful remnant because we're here. And I think Tom Buck, not the YouTube Tom Buck, but like the dark timeline version of Tom Buck, he tweeted something about how he, all the MacArthur haters out there can, chill and have a fresca. And like, that's what's going on right now. These lines, like these odd lines within the broader evangelical world, like we're creating these rigid lines where they don't need to be. And I shouldn't say I'm not doing it. Other people are doing it. And they're saying, you got to love John MacArthur. And if you don't, you're not one of the faithful remnant. Like that's essentially what this whole Shepherd's Conference was about. We are the remnant. You got to be on board with us. If you're not, you don't belong to the remnant. Well, tell MacArthur I'm busy. I got other stuff going on. Oh, hey, you made it through the whole video. That's awesome. If you really liked it, like you probably did because you watched the whole thing, why don't you hit the like button before you click on another video? I've got one just sitting right here. It was predestined. I'm a Calvinist, so it was predestined just for you.